Well, I'm back finally. It's been probably more than 2 weeks since I last did any work on this crusher for Big D. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not out of breath. I'm trying to control my breathing. I'm trying to just fighting off an anxiety attack. This is what my life's been like for the last couple of weeks. But I forced myself out here today because I don't know, I need to do something. I need to try and get out of the funk that I'm in. And it's not been nice, it's not been pretty, let me tell you, because between the extreme depressive episodes I've been having, the anxiety, and the procrastination, I just have not had the motivation to even just get up and move. I've been sitting in my recliner all day and doing nothing. So I want to try and do something today. So it might not be a whole lot, but it's a step forward. So I've come out this morning and cleaned up because I put some photos. I put this one here of how bad the place was, one here, and then one here what the floor was like. So I've tidied up. So let me just take the camera out of here very gently without shaking the Christ out of you. Now, as you see, it's all tidied, all down there. There's had stuff all over the mill. These two compressors, I did one video of stripping them. That's when I lost the plot. I've still got to finish that. I'm just trying to find the motivation to do it. So it's just not there at the moment. That's all the bits. This one I got, and when I do eventually post the video, you'll see this one like that. That's my original Lincoln, and that one on the left I think is burning out because when I put the multimeter on it, one of them is pulling double the resistance of the other. Neither of them are down to earth, but it was enough to trip out the breaker and stink the place out. But neither of them are down to earth, but one is drawing twice the ohms of the other one. I can't remember which is which. So I took the compressors off that and put them on that. They're actually bigger and they're better, and they're better quality. So I've got it 3 parts there. I've just got to finish hooking it up. So, but I've got the wiring in. That's for the solenoid for the gate. There's the relay there. So everything's there that I need. And finally, I don't know if it was yesterday, Wednesday, this showed up. You can hear that click. That's going to go here. So when that comes back, it'll click like that. So I want to try and get that fitted today if I can, and hopefully I'll be able to function test this fully. And I've got to spring load this, either that or I'm going to pull it all out and find out why, so it doesn't go back through again like it used to. It was going beautifully before, and it's not the solenoid, it's this. It was working great, but I think once I put that out of the road, it might only need to be twisted a bit anyway. Let's try and do something. I'll put you in the stand when I worked out what I'm going to start with. I'll get this out of the road first. Bugger that off, I don't need it there. I just put it there to get it off the table so I could show you the wiring harness. So I'm going to try and wire everything up, and it's going to look like a dog's breakfast, but I'll get this stuff off here. That's all of me bolts and stuff. Put them under there for the rest of the crap. Yeah, and I'll wire, you know, 240 out of that. I've got a, or just piggyback. I think I've got to piggyback it onto that to run it, the main power to this, which is fine because that won't be drawing many amps at all. And then I've got this to hook to it, so the power will go. That's got to go to. That's the power. That's got to go into there. That's got to go to the feed. Where's the other one? I've got to put you in the stand because it's a bit hard to try and dig this out. It's way long at the moment. So just give me a second and I'll come back. Righto. I don't know what's going on here. I'll have to work it out when I've powered it up. They're the supplies because that's fused. So one's earth, one's power, and that's the only other outlet. So that, I don't know what the switching is. That's just an on and off switch, which is good. That's why I ordered this, because that's what I wanted to be able to turn it off if he's not using it to crush cans, so that'll stay closed. I'll have to hook it up and just put my meter on it and just see. I would have thought there would have been another outlet, but it's been a long time since I've had to wire up one of these, and as I keep saying, I wouldn't make an electrician's arsehole. I do have a basic understanding of it, but I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, so anyway, but what I'm going to do with this switch, I'm going to make a bracket to mount it here, and I'm going to cut a slot in here so that it sits about there, because it'll need to be there for it to turn on. So it'll have a slight range of movement before it cuts back out again, closing it off, which is what I want. So that's fine. I'll just have to take everything off and cut a slot in that. That'll be fine. I can do that. This, it's really nothing. I think it's just that spring's not strong enough. So what I'm going to do is pull it off and duck into town and see if I can get one that's slightly stronger. That should cope. That should cope with, you know, a slightly stronger spring, because that's got a fair bit of punch. So that'll pull a slightly stiffer spring. Not much stiffer, but see, look, that's really annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me just see if it needs a little bit of lube. Not quite. Either that, or I'll just take the bastard off, clean that out. Saves me buggerising around. I don't want to screw this up too much. So I might just need to, or I might undo the bolts under here. Just try lifting that up a little bit, because, or take it down. One or the other. Right, I'll unbolt this and see what's going on. I don't know why that is, when it worked so good before. Let me clean that up. Instead of spraying crap everywhere and making everything oily. Clean that off. Might just get the saw blade that I put in there and just Try and make it a little bit wider, like a little bit thicker that way. What have we got that I can use? Look at this bastard here. That one. Oh, look at that. That's just pulling that blade through. I think that's going to do it. That's got to work, people. Surely. Yes, it will work, and stop calling me Shirley. That looks promising. It's much better. Let me put that back together. I'd rather have it work that way than overstress everything by putting, you know, stronger springs or extra springs or just overstress everything. Those out of the way. Let's just nip that there and see. There we go. Beautiful. That's safe when you happen to go into town anyway. Silly thing is I've got to take this back off anyway. That's why I should be testing it. It's relatively... That's not what we want. And I know why. So let me adjust this. There we go. It's a little bit too far back. No, I don't want that to happen. And again, it's because it's too far. I need to just loosen him up a little bit more. Go forward just a touch. Like that. And there goes the shifter. That's what we want. So we can slam it back forward. There we go. Fixed. I think I prefer it like that. That's because I can get the cans. When it opens, it's going to do that. So I need to be able to do that with a few cans, even if it's just enough to stop that falling through. So it doesn't, so the thing doesn't pick it up like that. I might need to slightly spring load that so that, because, you know, design flaws and all, when it drops down, there's only, because it goes to the back and it doesn't hit on the bottom of the, you can't see that, idiot. Hang on, let me try that. When it goes, it doesn't, I'm as wide as I can go. Okay, let's try again. It doesn't get right on the bottom of the can, it gets just a fraction up. Let me bring it up a little bit, there's my problem. It doesn't get the bottom of the can, it hits it just a fraction up, which is fine. So it lifts it back up, and let me put me cassette in. That's what it's going to be doing. And I'm guessing another 4 cans on top of that's not going to put too much weight on it. If it's going to be a problem, then all I've got to do is just put some soft springs on the outside there so that it pulls it just that little bit harder. There. Just give me 2 seconds, I'll go and grab a few more cans. Righto, I've filled that up, it's full to the top. And if you watch, when I use this, so, see that? That's how it'll be returning, so that's good, that's what I want it to do. Perfect. I'm not touching that. So that little spring in there has got enough pressure to push that back. I might even later, not today, but I might go and get something. It's just getting the right tension is the problem. I don't have anything to measure the spring tension, so something slightly stronger than that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this off. I'll unbolt this and I'll sit on the table over there and have a look, and I'll bring you back then. Stay tuned. Right, I've done a little bit. I've cut this out for this. I've cut this bracket. That's going to bolt on. I'm going to screw it. I was going to weld it, but no, I'll screw it because I want to be able to take it off if I need to. And I went into town and bought some screws because I don't have any 5mm screws for that. And just a couple of some short 6-inch ones, 6mm I should say, not 6-inch, to bolt that on. So I'll drill 2 holes in that and mark it. So yeah, I think I might open the garage door too. It's a bit cool, but it's also warm. I'm sweating. Well, I've got a jacket on, which doesn't help, but this door has been shit since I moved into this house 30 something years ago. One of these days I'll replace it. Probably when I'm dead. But here we go. It still works. I tried to get spring while I was in there, just in case they don't have them. They do it the other side of town, but I'm not going over the other side of town just to get a small bloody compression spring, so that'll be fine. So let me sort this. I'll mark the holes in that. Drill 2 holes in that, so I can bolt this onto it, and then line it up, mark it, drill and tap. Then we'll be almost ready to start hooking some wiring up. I've still got to work out that harness. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, unless that thing I'm thinking. Unless that's a switch to turn that relay on fully, not just an on and off switch, like for the power, and I'll just have to use those. I should be able to. Anyway, I'll sort that out in a minute. I want to get this sorted first, so give me a second and I'll bring you back. Okay, I've got that mounted, and it does the job. So let me start it up. Now, if you can hear it click back off. That's exactly what I want. It's lovely. Unfortunately, that's as far as I'm going to get today. I'll still get it off. I'll get this up. Just as a short one, because I've just something else has come up, and I'm going to make a few phone calls, urgent ones, sort some legal shit out. Seriously, family, who needs them? Anyway. That's some progress anyway. So you can hear it just click and then click back off again. So it comes back a little bit before it clicks back on to there. So that'll give me half a second for the can to fall, and then this to close. So still working. So that's progress, folks. Luckily, I'll just go and sort this other shit out now, edit this video and get it up. So for those of you that are loyal and hang around, thank you. Those that are new and happen to last this long, thanks for watching. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you will. So, yeah, that's it for the day. Hopefully on Monday I'll be back at it, and we'll get all the electrics done and get it function tested, and I'll be able to, I'll crush those cans that are there, make sure it's going to work. Then I can start on the framework. So that's not the, this will be the hardest bit done. So once I get the framework done, then I can strip it, paint it, put it all back together, and hopefully by then I'll be ready to deliver it over to Big D himself. Anyway, stay tuned, folks. Thanks for hanging around. Until next time, stay safe. Peace.